Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to our March webinar. I know there's another industry webinar going on right now. So for people who chose to come on ours, we super appreciate it. Um, Erin, what are you binging?
I'm not binging anything. I'm binging TikTok. I'm doing nothing besides studying TikTok, hence the point of this. Oh, you know what? I am really, really into the love story, the JFK and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy
Yeah, I gotta
situation.
watch it. I've heard good
Yeah.
things.
Which I'm all about, like the blonde coming back, which by the way, if hairdressers and for the cause side, if hairdressers want to make more money, blonde is where it's at. Okay. You got to be a blonde expert to make more money.
So good. Y'all jump in a chat and tell us what you are binging. I am binging Age of Attraction.
Don't know anything about it.
It's on Netflix. It's about they put all these people in a room, all these singles together, and they don't tell them how old they are. So there's a 27 and a 60-year-old. Like it's
I mean,
disgusting.
these love shows, it's just, but I think everybody needs some mindless distraction these days. So I support.
That that is exactly what we need. All right, we had a
Yeah.
lot Bloodline. What is Bloodline, Chelsea? I don't think I've even heard of that. 90 Day Fiance, love that. There's some good TV out there. Also, what I'm currently binging is I'm rewatching Jersey Shore.
Oh my God.
I know, I had a loss this week. It's like
Mm.
really making me happy, and it's just like the only thing making me smile. So, back to the tanning bed and back to Jersey Shore. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Super
I
happy
hear
about
ya.
that. Okay, we have a lot of people who sign up for our webinars for the recording. So, and people probably don't just want to hear us talk about this. Let's jump in to what we're going to chat about, and that is TikTok. We have Erin back. Erin, specifically, I want to talk just a little bit about GE and the importance. I know last time we talked about the importance of people getting paid. Can we just touch on that right now with everything going on in Washington?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a lot and you have to be in it every single day to understand. I just got off another call about it, all of the things that are happening. Bottom line, the thing that all schools need to do is figure out how to get their graduates to make more money. Like,
Yeah,
period. That's what needs to happen. And also for them to understand money, of course, too, but also understand like this does not happen overnight. And so how do we get them monetizing as fast as possible so they can show greater earnings? Like that's really what needs to happen. I don't know what else to say, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm completely with you on that. I know that you and I have been in deep talks over the past year about TikTok.
Hmm.
So let's chat about that really, really quick. How did
Hmm.
you come to learn about monetization online, and why didn't you take it seriously at first?
Oh my God. This is my world that I'm living in. So you guys, for those of you who don't know, by the way, I see everyone. I don't know all of you, but I run two companies. One is a consulting and education company for salon spas and med spas, and the other one is an education training business for schools. We have a program, Work Unity for Schools. We teach basic financial foundations to help beauty and wellness pros, and now we're expanded to all trade schools. So not just beauty and wellness professionals make money. So, bottom line, I am a business owner, right? And so I always viewed social media as like a waste of time, to be honest. And I lumped TikTok in there. Like, I just, we've all seen those people where it's like you can start to see them on social and you're like, oh God, here we go. They're trying to become an influencer, and it's like, it to me, it was like this cringe reaction. And Jen has been talking about this forever. And I've now seen I've had like a total transformation on this, particularly with TikTok. Um, but TikTok is completely changing the landscape of everything that we thought was normal. And so I think social media, TikTok included, is essential. Like especially for beauty and wellness professionals, even more so the way that it's moving, which I know we're going to talk about stats on the platform. So bottom line to like polish everything that I just said into an answer to your question is I moved from thinking it was a waste of time to thinking it is probably one of the most important use cases of someone's time. Someone who needs to see clients, which is every just about everyone who goes into the trades, but specifically beauty and wellness professionals, like it is an essential, it just needs to be viewed as part of your job.
Yeah, I agree. And you go where your audience is. As a marketer, I've been saying this forever, right? Like if you guys are in admissions, you know that leads will generally go to Google to search schools. Like that's usually one of their first stops. It has been historically. Or they'll ask a friend or they'll ask their hairdresser. Like people have ways that they find you. And you need to go where your audience is. My audience with Beauty Schools Directory is I sell to owners. I try to get owners and directors to use our services. Well, where are owners? They're on LinkedIn. They're on LinkedIn and they're at events. So I post on LinkedIn and then I go to events, right? Like that is how I reach out to them. And it blows my mind today in 2026 that schools are doing a really poor job. I'm just going to say it. Schools are not properly preparing kids for the world of social media, not just monetization, but even their own brand. And I think that's because they don't know how to. What are you supposed to do?
100%.
Have a non-influencer, have a 45-year-old, hairdresser who now is a teacher stand up in front of the room and be like, you guys should be on Instagram, but hey, I have 4 followers. Like that to me is probably one of the biggest disconnects in schools. Schools don't know how to train for it because they don't have the staff to teach them.
100%. It's the same. It's like you can't teach what you don't know and what you're doing yourself, right? It's the
Yeah.
same thing we experience with our financial program.
I
It's
was
like,
gonna say you probably
yeah,
experienced that with financial
100%.
literacy. You have
Yeah.
teachers that are in debt and they're now teaching kids to not be in debt. Like
It
that's a hard thing.
it's a
I don't
huge
know.
disconnect for
Yeah.
sure. And it's and I think that what is also happening, I mean, the pace of change has been so dramatic. And from going like you need to get referrals to you need to now be on this crazy platform that's fully algorithm. We always talk about Gary Vee, who you and I love and follow. If you don't follow him, you guys, you should. Says we've moved like social media is dead. This is now interest media. And so a lot of people are interested in beauty and wellness, guys, and where they are is on TikTok and they're on Instagram, at least for your students as they're building a career.
Yeah.
So I think it's and your future students are on there too.
Yeah. And let's talk about the huge elephant in the room. And this is something that no schools want to admit because they're like, oh, everyone wants to be a beauty professional because they've just been wanting to do it ever since they were a little girl because they used to play with Barbies. That is not the narrative you hear today. People are actually choosing beauty careers because of influencers. They've been following Michaela Naguar. They've been following Alex Earl for however many years. They've been following Get Ready With Me's on YouTube since they were children. And this is something I feel like that schools just are doing a really poor job even addressing.
I agree. And I do just have a question. Who knows who Alex Earl is and who knows who Michaela Naguar is? Just say like yes or no in the chat box because um, I would guess to say people don't. And if you don't, okay, good. Brittany does. I mean, especially if you have kids. Okay, this is all yes. This group does. Oh no. Okay. Janine, I just did a video on her because she just launched a beauty brand. Surprise, surprise. You can see it and just you can learn about her, but she's like Gen Z's it girl.
One of the biggest influencers,
Yeah.
and she was even on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then Michaela, I mean, she did not go to beauty school. She worked at Ulta or Sephora. She worked at one of them during COVID and would do a full face of makeup and just started putting her full face of makeup on TikTok. And she launched her own brand last year. I think it's called Point of View.
Point of view
Yeah, it's
makeup.
yeah, it's a skincare like prep. And I'm just like, these people are making millions of dollars and they started on social media. And this is inspiring a whole new generation of girls, of Gen Zers, of even millennials saying, I want to do this professionally. And once again, we're not teaching them anything about that in school.
Yeah, and it's a very different skill set, you guys, and it's a very different skill set, and Jen and I also talk about this a lot. Such a skill. Okay, I'm going to digress for a second. I did a webinar yesterday with the owners and VPs of several top employers in the industry, and we brought it to our schools. So executives from Woodhouse, executives from Hand and Stone. Corinne is on here. Who else was on here? Like a couple of major salon spas and med spas. And we also did a profile of a survey of what was missing from students. And the big one was both technical skills and professional skills. Okay. Here's the thing. If some, all of those things like professionalism is another angle, but I think what we're seeing with this new movement of TikTok is it's not who's the best anymore. It's not who's the best. It's who can build the most trusted audience.
Mm,
That's really what it comes down to. So if someone is an okay average hairdresser, but they're comfortable on camera and they're promoting their work, they will win.
yeah,
Unless they, unless they suck and fry somebody's hair off, of course, like then that's another situation. But if you take everything being equal, the person who has audience wins. And your
it's
students
so
need to know.
true. And there's a seat at the table for everyone. I
Yes.
mean, that's the other thing is that these networks and platforms are so big, and the amount of people that post on them is so small.
Hmm.
Like I know sometimes we feel like it's oversaturated. It is undersaturated. That's why you see Michaela show up so much on your feed because it's the same people. If you follow, if you're into millennial and Gen X fashion, I pop up on your feed because I'm consistent because I'm posting so many times a day. And it really is just like consistency will win. There really is a seat at the table for everyone. Guys, half of Gen Z wants to be influencers. Half of them. And I bet you it's more than that in the beauty world.
Yeah.
And no one's teaching them how to do it. And so, what I want to inspire you guys today, which is what we're going to get into, is we're going to get into how your students and then your alum, once they graduate, or even your staff, how you can start monetizing on some of these social platforms. Because if you don't teach it, they're going to go somewhere else. Like if the school next door decides to adopt some sort of program that teaches them, and I'm shopping your competitors, half of Gen Z wants to be influencers. I'm going to the school that's going to teach me how to be an influencer. Again, no one is really doing a good job teaching this.
Hmm. And I
Um,
also want to say too, I mean, there's a lot of, I think we can be really direct here, is there's a lot of Gen Zers that are broke and they're very frustrated because they've been sold this vision of the dream. And this is not just beauty and wellness, right? Like I just read a stat from, I think it was Redfin that 65% of Gen Zers can't afford to pay their basic rent or mortgage expenses. Like
hmm,
they need opportunities, you guys, to figure out how to monetize and fast in this landscape that we're living in. And,
yeah,
fortunately, beauty schools, I think, offer this space of where they are a skilled trade. It's required labor. It's not a white collar job that can be outsourced. But also at the same time, if what is happening in the world in the next 18 to 24 months, which the CEO of Microsoft said that all white collar jobs are going to be eliminated by AI in 18 months or something crazy like that. Here's also the thing is if people don't have jobs, they don't have money to, so like there needs to be creative ways for everybody to think about how to make money is what it comes down to.
yeah, I agree. And when it comes to the resistance of schools, with social, for one thing, it's educators, right? Like the
Hmm.
educators don't know how to teach it. So I think that's part of the resistance. Erin, I would say part of the resistance is the lack of understanding on at least a director or owner level of how big this engine is, that it's real.
Oh yeah. Well, and I can speak to it because I was such a
You
resistor
were that
myself.
person.
Yeah, and Jen was like, transparently, Jen was like, we got a partner, we got a partner, and I didn't understand it myself until I got in it, and I kept thinking, I'm like, okay, when I bring in a marketing person, I can like have them figure it all out, but
Mhm.
you really have to get in it to just understand the byproducts of TikTok, you guys are so massive. Yes, specifically what we're talking about is how to help students monetize. But it is where real authentic conversation is happening and you can connect with people so fast and I don't think they understand, yeah, to your point, they don't understand the magnitude and also that the top seller on TikTok Shop, 79% of all US sales is beauty. I mean, yeah, sorry, I might have just stolen your headline
No,
back.
you are absolutely right,
Yeah.
Erin. I think that is the mic drop moment where it's like, guys, we are not talking about, selling crap on eBay and buying stuff from Alibaba or just whatever. I'm just saying your students are already getting ready before they come to school. They're at school, they're using different products. They could be recommending this stuff and they could be making hella money. So
And
let's,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, and here's another element too to think about how serious this is. Ulta Beauty, okay, one of the number one brick and mortar beauty retailers just decided to partner with TikTok Shop. And why do you think they did that, you guys? Because they see they will lose. A massive brick and mortar business thinks they will lose if they don't partner with TikTok Shop. I mean, this is very, and now that I'm on TikTok and seeing, and I know many of you guys probably have students, you have students that are posting day in the life of aesthetic school, day in the life, like that is also super valuable to get them to start doing, just like
Yeah.
documenting their journey and getting comfortable with doing that because they probably are going to need, like, that's what you want them to be doing when they're actually out in the workforce. So start while they're at your school. And by the
Which
way,
is
that's
so
also
funny
good for your
because
schools.
I was talking to a school employee yesterday, and she was saying how the director at the school was super upset that she had said in orientation, "Hey, we want you guys to take out your phones and I want you to go live on TikTok. I want you to be able to do day in the lives." And the director literally pulled her aside and reprimanded her for that. And she was like, do you understand how good this is for us? Like, this is so good for the school brand. To ask your students to put away their phone is insane in 2026. Like that is so backwards and old school. And I want to, if you know me at all, and of course I've been in this industry for 15 years, I've always been like, what's the next generation doing? I've been studying their habits. I've always tried to be like forward thinking. I was at a school where we were one of the first in the nation that added eyelash extensions to cosmetology. We were one of the first to do Monday to Friday schedules. Like we were always ahead of the curve. And I think right now it's very frustrating to see social growing so big and schools really putting brakes on Erin because they don't understand it. They're like, oh, my daughter's on TikTok, but I don't get that. I'm like, if your daughter's on it, all of your students are on it. Like, we really should be embracing something like this. When we
Mhm.
look at TikTok Shop specifically, between 2024 and 2025, sales went up by 25%. That's a crazy retail number. And that like does not happen anywhere. I mean, when we talk about the projections of this, $38 million a day is spent on TikTok Shop. The buyers last year were about 70 million. Next year, in 2028, it's already projected to be 100 million. Like this whole engine is only growing, 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 growing. And there are very few creators on there, which is why I want everyone to get in now. So, Erin, what would you say if you're like, it's if someone says it's too late to the game, if you're not on it and making money, you're not going to make money. Are you seeing that trend or are you seeing that it's early? It's early now.
No, no, it's early. And to me, like, I, the way I would answer that, to be quite honest, is either get on or you're going to be left behind. Period. Like and by the way, I don't like this. Like, I inherently don't love, like, I come from a generation where it's like very unnatural to be like, oh, I'm going to get out my phone. We have to take pictures and we have to like record. But
You
it's,
are younger than me. That is not true. You are of the generation that we do
I
that.
am, but I think, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it's just a personality type. I haven't, it didn't come natural to me. So then I just kind of was like,
You
you
were
know,
resistant because, yeah,
you,
I get that.
yeah, yes, Kayla, you're correct. And we'll talk about that for a second. But you just get on and start doing it. That
Yeah.
literally you truly have nothing to lose. I like if you follow me, you'll see I'm like totally learning and it's like we can talk about my strategy and I'm happy to be transparent because you do have to get to a follower count to be able to monetize. But you will learn so much but just by doing. So if you want to understand it for your students, like the best thing you can do is, which we'll talk about action stuff, but just get on the platform and start posting and I can share because I had a couple of stuff go viral and like what I've learned and what I haven't learned. And we're encouraging our students to video and post, and they're scared to death. Oh, fascinating. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, I think Becky's, yeah, is that Becky? Is that Becky last name?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Becky
Becky.
from
Oh,
Tucson.
Becky's killing it. Yes, I love it. Okay, cool.
I love it. You do just sort of have to jump in and like throw everything against the wall and hope something sticks. But
Mhm.
let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about TikTok Shop as a whole, in case you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
TikTok Shop, it's kind of like Amazon. And honestly, it's like where Amazon was 15 years ago. That's why I keep telling everyone to get in right now. The only difference is the major recommendations come from regular everyday creators like myself. It could be Erin, could be Becky, could be anyone, just sharing things that they like, and they can link a product and it links directly to that storefront. So you actually aren't having to ship anything. So I can recommend this top, and I should. It's super cute. It's by Hawara. And this is by Pavoy, and this is by Pavoy. And I got them all on TikTok shop. And I can just have a regular video where I'm like, and I've sold the crap out of this necklace, just talking about how I
Oh,
wore
look,
it today.
I
You're
bought it
wearing
from
it too.
Jenn. I bought it. Yeah.
I love it. It reminds me of the Cartier one, and I think that's why I like it, but it's only $16.
Yeah.
And every time someone clicks that, Pavoy has to send them the necklace, but I get $2 for it. And so
Yeah.
that's generally how TikTok Shop works. It's just everyday people who are just recommending products, and I can buy it. It can be laying around my house. I can get it from Amazon. Like if it's the exact same product on TikTok, I can recommend it. There does
Mhm.
come a point where generally you don't pay for things. You can request samples. So your students will be able to get samples galore. They'll be able to get beauty products after beauty products for free. One of my friends was just telling me, of course, Erin, you know my friend Marla, who's now a TikTok shop creator. She's like,
Mhm.
honestly, the money's great, but the samples is just worth it. She's like, I got $1,000 like Roomba kind of like, robot mop. And she's like, for free. Like I'm getting skincare things that are $200 a piece for free. She's like, it's worth it just for the samples, which is so
Yeah.
fun. And so yeah, I mean that's generally what TikTok shop is. Okay. What your students can do, what you can do, what anyone can do is you can build up a following of a minimum of 1,000 followers, and you will get into what's called the pilot program. With the pilot program, you can post up to 5 videos a week, 5 shoppable videos a week. What is more ideal is to get into the full program, which you need 5,000 followers for. Okay. That's probably the hardest part
Yeah.
is getting your followers. But I will say you will not sell one item unless you ethically get your 5,000 followers. Can we talk about that for a second, Erin, and the importance
Yes.
of getting followers the right way and how that
Hmm.
actually makes you a better creator?
Yes, please. Yes. And I think, and I'm personally going through this right now too. So tell me however you want to guide it. Because I think
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Yes, you can probably find somewhere to buy followers.
Hmm.
Okay. You can. I know someone who did it. He's in higher education and he had 17,000 followers, and he's been like trying to do TikTok shop and he cannot get a sale. He cannot get any engagement on any post.
Mm,
And I'm like, he's like, what do you think I'm doing wrong? I was like, well, you bought your followers. Like,
yeah.
you are signaling to TikTok, first of all, that you're a bot. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about follower. Yes, it's super cringe. Becky, super cringe. And it's not helpful. There are follow for follow trains, which honestly, I know a lot of people do. I have several mom friends who've done follow for follow trains. And what is that, Erin? Follow for
I
follow train.
mean, so follower for follow trains, which I learned from Jen, is like, and I feel like a lot of people are doing this on TikTok Shop.
Yes,
I'm
they
not
are.
doing it, first of all, because like I do not have the time to go like be like, you follow me, I'll follow you. Like that's and to me, it's like cheating. Okay. Like if you need to do it, you need to do it, but it's cheating because you don't actually learn to build the muscle. If you post content, you learn to build the muscle and you learn how to create meaningful content. And what I love about TikTok is you will get feedback. Your video doesn't get views. Okay. Change the strategy.
Yes,
A view goes viral, which one of mine, just my first one did. And I'm like, okay, this is what this video did and didn't do. This is what I talked about.
yes,
And it kind of guides you, and I think that's really important too to talk about like the content that you post until you get to 5,000 followers because it's like two different strategies, right? You have to
yes.
post, but either way, like if I was a beauty and wellness professional, I'd just be posting my work all damn day.
Yeah,
Like
but either
yeah.
way, Erin, it's still the same. And like to go, and I've been doing this recently. I just went viral last week. I have over 1 million views on a video where I'm storytelling. My storytelling is phenomenal, and my hook was really, really good, and so was my on-screen text. And now when I do a shop video, my storytelling has to be phenomenal. My hook has to be amazing, and my on-screen text has to be
Yeah.
there. And so
Yeah.
follow for follow trains do nothing to help you sell. Because all it is a bunch of moms following each other. They're not going to buy from you anyway. I'm so sorry to say it. They're not going to buy whatever you're promoting. So,
Yeah.
yes, that gets you into shop, but you never learned how to make TikTok content.
Yeah.
And so if you've done it, that's completely fine. But now you are back to, I would say go back to square one and learn the TikTok algorithm, learn how to create really compelling videos, or you'll never sell anything. And I
Yeah.
don't want you in TikTok shop. I want you to sell in TikTok shop. And that to me is
Yeah.
the difference, right? Anyone can get in. And I mean that, Erin. Anyone can get in.
Yeah.
Making money is different, and you can't make
Yeah.
money unless you are really creating good content. So yes, that to me is like the short way around it. Now, that said, a lot of your students already know how to do this. I'm
Yeah.
a youth group leader, and like, I mean, a lot of my kids, they have 5,000 followers just by making stupid videos because they know what their generation, their Gen Zers like. Like they know, they understand TikTok. And so I would say, every time I do a class live, and I've done it a few times at schools, and I'm like, hey, who has 1,000 followers? A lot of hands go up, half the room. Who has 5,000? A few more go up. And I'm like, okay, so y'all already know how to make content that connects. That's
Hmm.
that's the
Hmm.
first thing. The second thing is now you got to monetize. So monetization should not scare you from a school standpoint. They are selling beauty products in the industry. And guys, they're already recommending products behind the chair. Why not allow them to do that on a bigger platform and make money? Some of the top creators on TikTok Shop are former. I was just at the TikTok Shop Awards. I met this girl named Amanda. She not even a former hairdresser. She's a current hairdresser, and she's a
Hmm.
top affiliate. And I've had Daniela on here before. Erin knows Daniela. She made almost $1 million last year on TikTok Shop. She's been a hairdresser for 28 years. These go hand in hand.
Yeah. Can I say something with that? Because I think this is really important for
Yeah.
talking about that. This is no threat to you if your students are doing this. This is actually really good for you because what they are learning is another way to sell retail beyond the existing environment. Okay. Because traditional hairdressers, you're in your salon in the old days, you're in your salon, you offer the one client who's in your chair a product, right? They either buy or they do not buy. Now there's like softwares where you can have stores. There's a ton of e-commerce items. But now with TikTok shops, so Corinne, who's on my team, she's also a hairdresser. I could buy retail from Corinne if I wanted to. Corinne lives in Texas. I live in Philadelphia. I can't support her, but now she can open up to all of these new potential buyers and I can say, I'm going to buy my retail products from Corinne. Like
Mhm.
it's a totally new world, you guys. And there was something else I wanted to say on that. So to me, it's almost like this missing gap, and I think Jen and I agree on this a lot in what we teach in our programming. Part of what students actually really need to teach, I heard people saying in here, people are terrified. They need to learn sales skills. That
Mhm.
is literally the job of a beauty and wellness professional. Besides to have basic technical skills that they're going to learn and cultivate over time, it's how do they sell? How do they build a clientele, keep a clientele, and sell them products and grow their average ticket? This offers a new revenue stream in addition to bodies being in the chair, and it's hugely impactful. Hugely impactful.
And honestly, when you can learn how to do that on screen, you become a better professional in person
100%.
and so much more confident. Even like having conversations with clients because you're so used to speaking on camera where like that is nothing for you. And a lot of people, of course, a lot of young kids, they do have fear, they do have anxiety. So if they can push past that on camera, they're going to be even better in person. And I cannot
Yes.
stress that enough.
Okay, I want to talk about this, you guys, and I think this is a really important call out. Jen has been on me about this. Granted, when we started talking, I had a month-old baby, so I was like, I was not in the position to be learning about anything. I was in the position to be surviving. Okay,
I was like,
so
talk about your baby.
yeah,
You're like, calm down.
I was like, no. So, anyways, now that I've like in a different position, I think the biggest obstacle here is for sure around looking cringe and for sure embarrassment. And I know that because that was my fear, okay? And for someone who is, literally a paid keynote speaker. Okay, I've been on camera my entire career and I was afraid of looking cringe. So I know your students are afraid of looking cringe because I was too and I get it. And Jen, doesn't really have a fear of being cringe because I think that's your personality. But for
Yeah.
most people, it is a fear, and I get that. The only way to break through that fear is just to do it. So getting them on camera, like just post something where you look stupid. And then somebody's going to tell you, because that's what TikTok is. And I think that's an
Yeah,
important call out. Somebody's going to tell you and comment on something that like hits some piece of insecurity.
I
So
know.
we also do have to work through like this actually builds confidence because people on TikTok will be mean. And it's just like you have to learn to tune that out too. And I think it's really powerful for self-esteem, for confidence building, and I think it will make someone a better professional.
Yeah, and I also loved what Corinne said. She's like, the opposite can happen too. Sometimes that positive feedback, like I
Mhm.
remember when I started posting and I remember the first time I ever did a swimsuit on camera. I was so scared. First of all, this is
Mhm.
pre-tirzepatide. This is just, I'm just very nervous about getting on camera. I don't love how I look. I feel inflamed and puffy. And then people were like, "Oh my gosh, finally a girl with a real body," or "You look so pretty. That looks great on you."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Wait, am I good looking? Like it really does. It really does make you feel good. And
Yeah.
who doesn't want to hear that? Yes, do the negative comments happen? Of course they do. But the positive ones do too, Corinne. So thanks for the
Yes.
call out there. And I feel like
Hmm.
that really does, your students need that.
Yeah.
They need a stranger to tell them, "Oh my gosh, that before and after of that balayage looks amazing." Like that's
Yeah.
gonna make them feel good.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Um,
Oh, Corinne, she's an audiobook.
Oh, because of her voice. Yes.
Oh, I love that. That's
I
amazing.
think that's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than when people compare you to celebrities. Have you had that yet, Erin?
No, I have not.
Okay, I get it. I mean, I literally just had it just now. I get celebrities a lot, and
Okay.
they're usually like pretty, nice celebrities where I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh wow, that makes me feel good." But one time, and I have it saved in my phone. One time someone said I look like Amy Roloff. Do you
I
know who
don't
that
even know
is?
who that is. No.
She's from the Little People Small World show. She's the mom,
Okay. I've never heard of her.
like 50 something.
Okay.
And anyway, that was like, excuse me, what? That was like
Yeah.
one of the worst moments of my life. So once again, I will take that because then someone called me Lucy Hale. It's like people are gonna there's gonna be good and there's gonna be bad. And I
Yeah.
really think that's important for students to learn. I really do. Like I feel like they need to hear that. Okay, let's chat more about this program. I am so freaking excited
Hmm.
because Erin was like, I've had several calls with several companies and several education companies and schools and different things like that. But I just felt like this was the perfect mix with what Erin and Cunity does. So let's chat about a TikTok shop program.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so we are exploring how to bring this to schools, and we are in the process of working this. And how many people, just kind of generally speaking, are interested in bringing, what we're teaching around TikTok to your students? Just give us like a yes or no just to see the interest level, because what we're going to be doing is we're trying to work through, okay, love it. We're trying to work through a model that makes sense. And so we're actively sharing this, and we have a wait list open. Okay, lots of interest. So we're
And
working.
can I just
Yeah.
say, for starters, it is done.
Oh, yeah,
Like
it's
the
done. Yeah, yeah.
program, this is not something we're looking to create. It's already created and it is phenomenal. And these are the modules. Okay.
Mhm.
The module, can you see this? Am I doing this?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
am. Okay. So the modules are going to take you through, it's 11 modules. It's
Hmm.
100% video. And if your students like to watch TikTok, they're going to freaking love this because
Hmm.
it's all vertical, it's all video. They can swipe through each lesson. Each of these modules have anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 7 lessons within it. So the whole thing is video. There's no train the trainer model here. So it really is just like your students can watch it on their phone. They can log in. They're going to learn about all the possibilities with TikTok Shop, all the basics about it, how to even get in it, how, all your next steps. We have lots of really great handouts with ideas for videos, hooks, how to make your content go viral. I even teach you about the exact TikTok app and why it's different than something like Instagram. And then how to post on it, literally teaches you how to edit, how to create a video, how to full out edit, how to add music, how to do faceless content, all the things. How to get followers. There's a huge module on that. It's very long and it's very in depth and it's one of my favorites. I teach you how I did it and how I got my friends to do it. And then what to do once you become an affiliate. Guys, can I just say, I wish I had this course before I even started TikTok Shop.
Hmm.
Because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm completely self-taught. I had no idea what I was doing. So what to do once you become an affiliate, as far as like how to request samples, how to collect the money, how to set up your account, all of that stuff. My favorite module is module 9, and that is the soft skills deep dive. And that is going to teach you, Erin, why don't you tell me about your feedback from watching that? Because I haven't been able to find this, by the way, anywhere.
Yeah, and I think, what's interesting is this actually came up in that I brought up that webinar that we did yesterday with all these panelists. And one of the biggest things that they talked about was like such basics, which I know is not a surprise to you, but how to communicate, how to sell, how to look people in the eye, how to be professional. Like this is what that teaches because you have to do that if you're on camera. And so and you have to do that in real life, by the way, but I think that's kind of the byproduct of this generation is they really struggle with some of those skills. So I think those soft skills not only set them up in their journey of monetizing and not even just monetizing, right? Like this needs to be a part of their job. They need to be on TikTok either way. Like they have to do it. It should just be discussed that this is part of what your career is going to be. So
Yeah.
that can help them both on the online landscape, but also when they're actually behind the chair and practicing with clients. And that was one of the things with all these employers. They're like, these people come in, they don't even know how to like look me in the eye for an interview. It's like, and I, I think we've heard so many people saying this, but it's like, it is a real problem. If you can't look somebody in the eye, how are you going to like develop a interpersonal relationship with a client and make them want to buy from you, let alone do
No,
that online?
totally. And I
So,
know schools don't always have the time to teach stuff like this.
yeah.
I'm a former news reporter for CBS. Before I even got into the beauty school world, I was an on-camera breaking news reporter. And so I bring a lot of my skill set from the camera, from when I was in school for this. That's what my degree is in broadcast journalism. And I teach people how to transfer these skills on camera. It can be different than just in-person skills. Like Erin just said, she goes on stages, she has sales calls, she's very comfortable in a room full of anybody. But for some reason, when she's alone with her phone, there's a disconnect. It was weird
100%.
for her. And so that's what this entire module teaches you. It really teaches you how to be comfortable in front of a camera, how to speak in what I call sound bites, and then how to edit
Mhm.
that. Module 10 is all about the realness of it, the bad side. I tell about a story when I got canceled in there, which is, real and it might happen to you. You can recover
Mhm.
unless you say something, completely outlandish. You can recover from that. I talk about the negative comments, okay, being called Amy Roloff. I didn't put that in there. That was just for you guys. But yeah, I mean, they're all the downsides about TikTok Shop and if is this for you? And then how to level up with UGC, which is one of my favorite things, which is now companies reaching out to me where they are going to pay me to even post on TikTok or pay to buy my video to put it on Instagram. And so these are all things that schools need to be honestly teaching their students, which is so exciting for me. Also, I just want to give a shout out, Nicolina. It's so good to see you on here. We are old friends. She runs an amazing makeup academy
Mhm.
that resides in Vegas, and now she's doing pop-ups everywhere. I love watching your journey. But yes, Becky, UGC honestly is really where it's at these days because even if you're not making money on commissions on TikTok Shop, you can get paid collabs.
Yeah.
And I've had Rhonda Daly on here before. Rhonda works for FAS and Genesis. She is a TikTok Shop affiliate. And her commissions, I mean, she made over 20 grand last year. Super proud of her. But she'll get like a $500 deal just to do like a little ad for like a spray tan. Just an extra 500 bucks like that. Like
Mhm.
these are things, again, schools should really be teaching their students. And I gotta say it, as a girl who teaches admissions, I think this is a great way to get people in the door. This is a
Mhm.
great way to improve the enrollment at your school by having a program like this.
And I want to say something that I was thinking about when you were going through the module titles that I think is really important for everyone listening here. I I know that you guys probably feel this. It's like, oh my God, another freaking platform, right? Like it's Facebook, then it's Instagram, then it's TikTok, now it's Substack, then it's now whatnot. I mean, and there will be more platforms, right? And these platforms will be like little tiny tweaks, but everything can be channeled from one platform. But I think TikTok is the most monumental platform for beauty and wellness professionals. And I think as you or if anyone's like inspired after this to try if they're not on TikTok, the biggest thing for me learning was these, and Jen teaches this in the course, is like you have to treat this platform differently than other ones because it is very different. Like it is just a different beast comparative to other platforms, right? Instagram is very polished. It's more of like I would
It's
akin
also
that.
for people who know you. It's also for like your
Yeah.
followers.
Yeah.
It really is for people who know your name. And
Yes.
I cannot TikTok is for strangers. And when you're
Yeah.
sharing family photos from the weekend, that means nothing to people on TikTok because they don't know you. You land on the FYP. So you got to
Yeah.
treat it different. And as much as I'm on people's FYP, right? Like I do very well on TikTok. I know I land on people's FYP all the time. I never act like people know me. I'm never like, hey, here's another swimsuit. Hey, you guys know how I love showing wedding guest dresses. I never assume people know who I am. I assume every person who sees me, it's their first time seeing me.
And
Because
that's
they're
how TikTok
strangers.
needs to be created. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's easy to lose sight of that. Like even on some of mine, I've been like, oh, if you saw my last video, it's like, no, they probably didn't.
Right.
Like this is a one time, like you see me, bye-bye. You see me, bye-bye.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Or they
Yeah.
saw you and didn't listen to you. So when you're
Yeah.
doing like your part two, you're like, who the hell are you?
It was
Like,
so funny. Patrick from Spec, he owns a school in DC. He was
yeah.
like, you keep coming up on my FYP page, and he commented, he's like, you are like, he goes, I love your content so much. It's like a wild carnival ride. And I was like, what just, and he's like, in the best way, because I never know what you're going to talk about. I'm like,
Because it's about everything. It's
yep,
like motherhood, debt,
yeah.
beauty industry, Alex Earl. You're just like, yeah, which is what
Until
it is, by
something
the way.
hits. Yeah,
Yes,
until something hits. And that's what you guys should do too. Because it needs
yes.
to be relevant to like mass appeal. And everybody gets their hair cut, everybody gets their hair done. All women use makeup. Like all people want to have nice skin. It's like the most mass appeal situation you could be is in beauty.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. And I love, thank you, Becky, also for saying that Becky, first of all, she's an admissions director. She's been
Mhm.
working at in admissions forever. And if you're in admissions, you know how badly you want to have another tool in that belt to try to get people to enroll in your school. Maybe it's the
Mhm.
schedule, maybe it's the awards you have, or maybe it's a curriculum, an added curriculum that people have been dying to have. Do you get on the FYP on certain times of day or the week for the algorithm? Pam, it's the wild, wild west. Today, I'm not kidding when today I'm having a video go viral with a leopard with leopard jeans that I posted November 25th.
Really?
26th, today, just all of a
Yeah.
sudden it took off. It
Wow.
really doesn't matter. Just post whenever. Just post whenever. Things just sometimes take off at different times. I will say Mondays and Tuesdays are super, Sunday through Tuesday is usually a little slower. Things usually pick up midweek to later in the week. So I will save my really good outfits for like a Friday and a Saturday. Because I do fashion on TikTok. But yeah, can we also, Erin, talk about let's like for 5 minutes dive into my story with TikTok
Yes,
Shop in
please.
case people don't know.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, Jen, I think that's really how I'm assuming that everybody knows your story. So, I want to just kind of go back and assume people don't know. So, Jen, you got on this totally by accident, right? Like you were just testing. So, tell like your story, how you got started, and then
Yeah,
we'll kind of talk about where you are now because it's quite remarkable.
I got on it literally for y'all. Like that's the only reason I did it. I did it for beauty school students. I have been working at Beauty School's marketing group. I'm on my fifth year now and fifth year here. And prior to that, I was working consulting with beauty schools, and then I was a marketing director at Bellis Academy for 4 years. And then before that, I was at the American Association of Cosmetology Schools. I have been in the beauty school space for 15 years. And one of the things I know is that people are broke. People are broke. And that when I ask admissions every day, and Becky can probably back me up here, Chelsea but can back me up too. They're the admissions girls that I know that are on here. Finances are one of the top hurdles to people enrolling in your school. If there is a gap out of pocket that they have to pay, that's scary. People are really afraid of student loan debt. That's really scary today. It wasn't 10 years ago. And so I saw this trend and I thought, how in the world can we get kids making money now? How can we get them making money now? And TikTok Shop had just launched. And so instead of just telling people, oh, people should just get it on TikTok, they should just get your students on there. I was like, I'm gonna see if this is real. Like, is it monopoly money? Like, is this real money? And so I literally decided to make my first TikTok shop video just to test if I could make money and so I could teach people. That is the only reason I did it. What I never expected to happen was to blow up. Like I really did. Right out of the gate, I did very well. My third month on TikTok shop, I made $22,000 off of one sweatshirt. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. I was consistently making really good money. Last year was my best year. I did very well on it. I made, just shy of $600,000 just in commissions. And then I had UGC on top of that. But
Okay,
I
can we
think,
stop? Jen always does this. I just need like Jen always highlights over. Like this is I want to pause here and I'm because you guys heard that right. Not 60,000, $600,000. Okay? That is like someone's home. This is life-changing money. And not everybody's going to be Jen, but we don't care about that. If somebody is making, I don't care if somebody's making $200 on TikTok Shop, $300 a month, especially for a kid. That's like, and this is part of the reason why I decided to partner with Jen is once, with the finances being an obstacle. I am like a fervent believer in women, and this is what Jen and I have always connected on, is helping women to make more money and to have greater economic freedom. And so we're teaching that in our program with Community in the Money EDU program. But there's also just the reality of like someone just needs to make more money and they need to be able to do it fast. And that's where side gigs come in. That's where other monetization opportunities go in. And I believe so clearly that this is such a perfect opportunity to get people started quickly. And they don't have to make $600,000. They can make,
yeah,
even a few $100s a month and they can hopefully grow. And so I think that's really, really important. And what you guys also don't know, because Jen is very humble about this, you're in like the top 1% of all TikTok shop creators. Like Jen is not just like a random person teaching this. You're like actually at the top of the game in terms of all TikTok creators. It's a really
yeah,
big deal.
last March I was ranked fifth in the nation. Because every month new stuff new rankings will come out. So last March was my best. But yeah, I mean, I'm in the top 1%. I was one of 600 creators that was invited to the TikTok Shop Awards that I went to. So I'm definitely at the top. But let me tell you, it's not, I don't just, I know TikTok Shop is hard. This is where I feel like a little weird saying this. It's really easy. Like I know it can be hard, but I created a program so that it would be easy. There are people out there making 20 videos a day. There are people out there who don't sleep, who don't see their kids because they're just like
Yeah.
constantly knocking out videos, and they're not making any money. I wanted to make a program where I was like, okay, here's my keys. This is exactly what I did, and this is why it's easy for me. I'm going to teach you how I edit, how I make a video, like how I pick a product. Like I'm going to teach you the easiest way to do it because I've been able to manage this while still having a full-time job. So I
Hmm.
feel I haven't quit my job, like because I like it, because I like you guys. Like I don't want to leave my job. And so I've been able to manage both because, and I talk about this in the program, I talk about batching content. If I post 3 to 4 times a day, I'm not in my room shooting 3 to 4 videos a day. I'm shooting videos on a Saturday for 4 hours. I'm
Hmm.
batching it. And then all week long, I'm posting it. So
Hmm.
it really is not time consuming for me. People are like, oh my gosh, you must work around the clock. And I'm like, no, I'm going on a cruise tomorrow. Like, no, I do not work around the clock. I'm really good at managing my time. And I created a program that will teach you how to do the same. This
Yeah.
should not be hard. It
Well,
should,
and I do want to say at the start, you guys, it's not going to feel easy because you're learning, right? Like, but
it's
it can,
new. Yeah.
it's
Anytime
new.
something's new,
Yeah.
it's going to be, yeah, for
So
sure.
I would expect as you're learning, if you're serious about this, right? Like if you're going to go and like, I was just going to drop a swear word. I don't know why. But if you're going to mess around on the platform and you're not going to take it seriously, you're not going to get results. But if you're committed to studying and treating this like part of your job,
Mhm.
or an additional job, um, you can figure out where you get into the groove and you will find out how to make it feel easy. And that's, something I've explored too is like I spent an hour on one video, it got like no views, and then it's like, okay, now this style takes me 2 minutes to record. I can do it all at once and then post later in the day. So it appears that you're always there, but like really you've recorded those in certain sessions and then you just push them out. But it will take a little bit of time to get
But
started.
Erin, you run two companies.
Yeah.
You have you're married, you have a child,
Yeah.
and now when you're posting, how much easier is it now
Oh,
compared to
so much. I started this a month ago, you guys, and now it's like now I do it at night afterwards. Like I look at trends, I study, and then I just whip together a few videos. It's easy. There's some people on live for 5 hours a day. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Don't even get me started with going
Yeah.
lives. I mean, listen, I do think there are, I actually know them. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money live. If I did not have this job, I would be live right now selling crap. I would. Like, because that is like where you really do treat it like a job. The good thing about shooting short form TikTok videos is it lives forever. I just said that a pair of jeans, a video I did in November 25th, is today taking off. And when you go live, whatever when you're live, that's the only time you're selling. That's it. When you
Mm.
go away, that's it. Like no one can
Yeah.
see that content anymore. It doesn't live forever on TikTok. So I'm definitely a fan of short form video. I do want to quickly also get back to the program. It's completely created. It's all short form video. It's very easy to follow. It's fun. It's simple. Every
So
person,
easy.
it's
Yeah.
so easy. And every person I know who's taken the course, and we've been in beta test mode for a month and a half with it, for about
Yeah.
6 weeks with it, before we take it to the masses. Um, Huge results. My friend went from 3,000 to 30,000 followers in 3 weeks. I mean, just after taking the course.
And
Um,
and can I say something? She has
yeah,
been doing this for since you started. So what, for 3 years, this person?
since 2020, she's been on
Yeah.
TikTok. So for
And
6 years,
she's been trying on TikTok, that like actively trying to
actively
do it.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today she texted me yesterday. She had her best day. She made $126. It was her first day that she made over $100. I'm so freaking proud of her. And
Yeah.
so that really that's what I want. I've talked about Rhonda before. I really did. I coached Rhonda all the way and she made over 20 grand last year. This Brittany, I love that you're like, and myself too. Yes. I hope your staff will take this because I feel like that to me is just an added benefit. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and put in the comments, go in the chat right there. That's the wait list right now. We have several schools on there. Like I said, the program's done. The only thing that we're waiting on right now is to do the student pricing and get it ready so that we can go into a lot of schools. What we'll
Hmm.
probably start with is like a handful of students, a handful of schools, so we can, again, we're still in beta mode before we fully take it to the masses. But if you want to get on there, if you want to be one of our beta schools, like please join that wait list. I'm super, super excited about this one because I think it's going to be huge for the industry.
I totally agree. And it also for people who are really involved in, what's happening with legislation and things like that, this is truly a way to get students making additional income. Like
Yeah.
it just matters. It doesn't matter where they make the money from, guys. It just matters that they're making money, you
That's
know?
it. That's
Yeah.
it. And by the way, for placement rates, I was talking to a school owner I know in New Jersey who said that one of his students is an influencer and she makes her money online recommending beauty products. And he asked NACAS if this could count as a placement in the industry, and they said yes.
Hmm.
So, yeah, if you're, this is within the industry. This to me is super exciting. So go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and just add that one more time for everyone. Get on the wait list, and we will reach out to you and get this started because I'm really excited to bring this to schools. This is my passion. I have one passion, and that's to make people rich. I've just always wanted that. I've just always wanted people to make money. Every time I make money in some way, I'm like, you should, I've been on a bunch of game shows. I'm like, you should apply for a game show. Like, you can
Yeah.
get money on game shows.
Well,
Like,
and I think part of the reason why you're so passionate about this too, Jen, is like it's easy to speak to something where it feels like it's like everyone deserves a piece of this pie. Like
Mhm.
everyone can be part of this pie, and I think you believe that's it because it's true. And like you see people doing it every day. And so
Yeah,
it's
regular, normal people. Like
yeah.
I mean, I grew up very poor. I've been hustling my whole life. I've always been a side hustler. I was not born into wealth. I had to pay cash for college. I had to buy my own first car when I was 18, when I moved to America all by myself from Canada. Like I did not grow up with wealth. I want to teach people how to do this. And I know a lot of your students are in that same situation. They don't have
Mhm.
a lot of money. And they did not grow up in very rich families who saved money for their college. I want to teach that. But more than that, Erin, there's just something about this industry being primarily women. I want women to make money independently. I think that's very, very important. And that really is where my passion comes from.
Oh, I could not say this. You guys, please, I can't post in the comments, but I just shared Reese Witherspoon, who I love. I think she's amazing. She sold her company for almost $1 billion. Nobody needs to create $1 billion company. There's other ways to make money. But one thing that she said was never let somebody control you with money. And
Mm.
never let somebody control with money. And we are in a female dominated industry and mothers, like I could get so like it just like
Emotional.
it
Yeah.
kills me to see people struggling and like this is a way that we can
Mhm.
help,
No, it's
you
so
know?
true. I mean, I am desperately and in love with my husband.
Hmm.
I have always said like, but I could leave if I wanted to. I won't, but I could leave if I wanted to. And I really do think there's something to be said that for women. It's so funny. I was doing an admissions training for a school, not in the beauty industry, they're in allied health, and they have that enrollment resources quiz on their website where it's like almost getting into like the reason about why you want to enroll in this program. And I'm not kidding when I say they pulled the data and they had me look at a month's worth of data and six of the responses were, I want to leave my husband, but I can't afford it. Six.
No. Wow.
They like typed that in about like their motivation for going to school. And that's when I was like, there are a lot of people who are stuck. There's a lot of people who are stuck.
Yeah.
When will it go live? Really, really soon. I mean, I think we can get some beta testing going on in April. What I've already done, which I'm really excited about, I didn't even mention this. I recorded a 45-minute free training for your students where you can stream that in the classroom that's going to push people at the end to go ahead and get this program. Right now, quite frankly, we are working out the two models of students paying it out of pocket or you including it in the tuition price. And so that actually is a question on that form. So you can tell us what model you like, and we'll try to bring that one to your school. But yeah, that's where we're at. Anything
Yeah.
else, Erin, to add to that?
No, I mean, just please make sure your name is on. Oh, I think we need to here. Jen, can you populate it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you're on that list. We are testing it right now with three beta schools, and we're kind of working out the model, as Jen said, but we will be in touch with you guys very soon. Um, and yeah, that feedback will be really helpful as we help bring this to more students.
Yeah, what's important for us, and this is sort of I can tell you why Erin and I sort of like halted everything for the past 6 weeks is we've been beta testing it. Pricing is very important for
Hmm.
us. We just want it to
Hmm.
be affordable, even more affordable than what we had originally thought. We just want all of your students to have access to this and not just the ones who have the money to pay for it.
Yeah,
We
for
want
sure.
everyone to have access. So that's what's super important to us. Guys, this was super fun. I really want to thank you, Erin, for joining us today and chatting about all things TikTok. We are going to probably be taking, I've never done this, but taking a break from our webinar series this summer. But next month, I have a guest, and we're going to be talking about the things your staff won't tell you to your face. And
Mm,
so I'm bringing on a consultant from the beauty school space who has been chatting with dozens of school employees. I, of course, do the same, and we're going to be telling some of the hard truths that people don't necessarily want to say out loud because they're afraid to lose their job. We don't work for you, so we don't care. We're just going to tell you
yeah.
some of the things that I think is helpful that can help grow your population and the morale and culture at your school by saying the things out loud that people are afraid to. So that's going to be our webinar next month. Thank you all so much for joining us. You will get a recording to this webinar If you want to like pass it along to your boss or pass it along to anyone, you'll get a recording tomorrow in your inbox. And we will see you next month. Thanks, Erin. It was good to see you.
Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to working with all of you. Take care.
Bye, guys.